Okay. Let's see. Okay. Think we're good to go. What is up, replay watchers? I hope you are having a great day, morning, day, or night, depending on the time in the area where you're watching this live stream back. Okay, let's see if this is fixed yet. Yep, okay, now I can do this. Uh, All right. Let me message Casey just in case notifications don't go out so she knows I'm live. Because you all know she will be disappointed. Well, I don't know if she'd be well, if she has to watch it back replay and she missed me live when she could have caught me, so. All right. Doesn't hurt to let her know I'm live. Come on. Phone's freezing here for some reason. Oh, I'm just not hitting it right, I guess. I don't know. X isn't responding. Close app. What the hell's going on here? There's loading. What the hell? It's freezing here. Guess I'm gonna have to restart my phone. I don't know. Patience. Patience, JP. Patience. Just start tapping on everything. X isn't responding. Wait. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, you did beat Casey, and I can't send a message to her because it's freezing. My phone's freezing. It's not. I'm trying to get to her before I do this stream too long, but I can't message her. It is not doing anything, so I'm gonna have to restart my phone or something. But yep, you did beat my most loyal, greatest viewer I've ever had. Yes, you did. I'm gonna get mad and break the phone soon. It's just not responding. Come on. Maybe I'm being too impatient, but this day and age, I don't want to restart it because it takes a while to restart. I know what I can do. I can close the app, then reopen it through the settings. It's always something, isn't it, guys? It wouldn't feel like a stream to me if I didn't have her here. So I can't continue. I can't start it without her. Now let's try it. Now we're gonna reopen it. So now let's try it. Let it load. I don't know if they're having issues or if it's just my phone or what's going on here. Well, she will be here before I can even tap hi to her. My God, this is ridiculous. I'm clicking on start message. I'm clicking on start message. It's not doing anything. And then it just says not responding. I need my girl here. There we go. Nope, now it went to a black screen. It's freezing up on me here. There, now it's loading. Now it's going back to where I got to click on name. Now I'm in her messages. See all the emojis? I'm in her messages. Now I click start a message. Does not do anything. Start a message. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't do a damn thing. She'll be here. I'm too impatient. I'm too excited to talk to her. Come on now. Hey, I'm live, period. Just letting you know in case you didn't get a notification, period. See you soon. I love you. Let's see here. No, I will wait. I'm not going to close the app. Oh my God, it didn't type anything I put. I'm done. I'm done. What a start, man. Trying to message the one that means the most here. Hey, I'm live, period. Just letting you know in case you didn't get a notification. Period. I love you. There. Good God. I'm going to restart my phone. That's the problem. Okay, there we go. Yep, definitely restarting that. That was ridiculous. That very rarely happens. Good Lord. So I will wait patiently for one of my supporters to come in here. Oh, man. All right. Everything checking out here. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right, we're good. There we go. Now I will turn it on. It's made by Cat. That's right, the construction company. You ever seen a phone? Ooh, my phone's wet. You ever seen a phone that's made by Cat? Huh? I don't know what I set it in that's wet, but there you go. Logo's right there. I can see Cat. See? Logo's all over it. Yep. Takes a while to start up though, see? It's pretty cool when it starts up though. I should show you. It shows a whole bunch of workers, see? It's for the construction companies. I don't know. I like peculiar things, so I bought it. Yeah, I'd never seen something like that before, and I think this is where it got wet. See a little there. Oh, Casey, thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you. Gosh. My goodness. If I have no one to talk to, I'm not going to stream every night. I'm here to talk to you, girl. Gosh. I am doing good now that you're here. Woo. I don't want this to be a 10-minute stream, right? I want to be here for a little bit, so thank you. Thank you. Storm is being done again to Jen and Tina. Storm is being done again to Jen and Tina? You mean they're feeling that, was it a hurricane? Yeah, it was a hurricane that hit Florida recently, right? I think so. South Carolina. I don't think you're talking about the hurricane.
For about 45 minutes.
Very wise words from a very wise man. Let's see. And it's nothing important. Go figure. It's just confirming that my Cash App is up and running and good to go. Think I got that all ready, guys. I think I have a nice fit there. What do you guys think? I mean, I didn't really look at it. I was trying to get live here, so let me just proofread this. PayPal.me/JPHLive. Venmo, did I spell that right? I spelled it right. Venmo at JPH Live. And Cash App, dollar symbol, JPH Live 316. What? I said JPH Live. Oh, yeah. Each and every night. Well, I don't know. 316. Shh. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. Oh, that's not a vitamin. I don't want to take vitamins. You can take a couple of them, won't hurt you. Well, that I grabbed the wrong thing. I don't know. Anyways, I live in the Attitude Era. Forgive me for that being stuck in my head because I was just playing. I was bringing back a ton of memories. I was playing SmackDown, some of the old original PlayStation 1 games. So I had this retro gaming console for a while now, and I really didn't play too much because I was usually on Xbox or, I'd hit it up here and there, but it's been a while. So since I sold my Xbox to pay on a bill so I don't get too far behind, that's what I have left. So I'm going through it, and there's 58,000 games, so I'm just seeing what they all got.
For about 45 minutes.
One for the road, I guess. All right. If you guys would like to message me at all, the outlet to message me is only Twitter. Do we still call it that? It don't sound right when I say X. I don't know. It doesn't. It ain't because it sounds like it's an adult site or something. But I don't know. You're just so used to saying. And I don't think anybody says, "Did you see my X post?" I think they call it a tweet. Like, what do you call it now? What are you supposed to call it? Before it was a tweet. I sent out a tweet. What do you call it? Do you call it? I send out an X post? Do they call it a post like Facebook? I don't know. I have to get used to it. I'm not good with change. So, when I'm watching NASCAR, one of my true loves, when I see that number 20 car, I still think of Tony Stewart and Home Depot, right? The sponsor Home Depot, the orange 20 car. That's back in like 2004. What am I doing? Like 20 years ago. Like when I see the 12 car with Ryan Blaney, speaking of Blaney, with Ryan Blaney, I still see Ryan Newman, right? Number 17, I don't see Chris Buescher. I see Matt Kenseth. I'm stuck in the mid 2000s with NASCAR, I think. I was telling Kurt, I was like, isn't it kind of cool that Kyle Busch is driving Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s old number these days, because he got started with the number 8 in the Cup Series. So that's pretty cool. Dale Jr., he was number 8, the red number 8 Budweiser. He was NASCAR's most popular driver after his dad died. That's because his father's fans just went towards the son once they lost the father, so. But I see that 8 car on track and it makes me think of Junior. So it's kind of weird seeing Kyle Busch drive Junior's old number. It really is. So I guess I got to stop living in the past, or I don't know how to do that. Like, it's just automatically something I think about when I see certain things. It's like, I don't know. I see Tony Stewart in that 20 car. I don't see Christopher Bell. I don't know. Who knows? I have no idea why I am stuck in the past. But I got to get over it for sure. If he didn't, everyone that supports Trump would be banned on there. What? Thank God Elon Musk bought it. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Did you say Trump would be banned? Trump would. Yeah, okay. Wait, let me read that again. If he didn't, everyone that supports Trump. No, you didn't say that. Would be banned on there. Well, Trump was also banned too. Right? Before he bought it, Trump was banned. He only came back after Elon unbanned him and, bought it out. And it took him a while to come back, even when Elon did that, because by then, Donald Trump was it Truth Social? He has his own Twitter, his own Twitter website, not new account, but a whole website. That's what happens when you're rich. You can't mess with somebody who's rich, especially if they can buy you out, right? That's why, I loved Elon Musk, man. He is this generation, not generation, there's never been a real life Iron Man. He is the real life Iron Man. I give it 2 years before he's starting to wear a suit around, and right. I'm telling you, Starlink, it's SpaceX, it's insane. He is living the ultimate life. Like, he made some of the greatest. He must have made some great business decisions with Tesla, with the whole electric car thing, and because he is the world's richest man. He is like, and you got to keep in mind with Elon, it ain't just he created this electric car company or whatever to get his wealth, and then he just sits at home and he has that company and he's just the richest man in the world. You have to keep in mind that it's even more impressive because he's blowing money and he's still the richest man in the world. I can't even imagine how much it costs to send those freaking rockets up there to Mars every month. And to just create all that, right? To create your own NASA Space Force. And he's still the richest man. So he's living the ultimate life. He really is. Like, he can't be messed with. When he bought out X and he was doing, letting people, he was on banning people and the whole freedom of speech thing, whatever. He was having advertisers saying, if you do certain things, we're going to pull out. See, that would stop a lot of people, and that's why it's all censored, and because they don't want to lose their backing. Elon went on a talk show and said, fuck you. He literally said, fuck you on live TV. He was like, fuck you. And then he named the president of Disney, who was saying that they're going to pull out. And he said, you don't have to pull out, all right? I didn't even come in the house, right? Like, seriously, he don't care. He can buy Disney. He can literally buy and sell anything he wants. He's worth almost $300 billion. Like, he's on the course to be the world's first trillionaire within 10 years, probably sooner than that. And I think it's the first trillionaire that anybody's ever seen in the world, in history. I don't know, maybe some kind of Egyptian kings, that had all that mountains of treasure. Maybe, maybe they were worth I don't know, that treasure is probably worth a lot. But Elon Musk is definitely, I'm glad he's around. I'm glad he's the way he is, because he could be an extremist. He could be like the Democrats and all this stuff. He could believe in that and censor different things or opinions. And I am just thankful that he is a free speech thinker. He is all that stuff. And I'm thankful that he has the power and not somebody else. And I think that would be pretty cool with a cabinet team consisting of Trump, Elon Musk, and who was the other one that's backing Trump that's really powerful? Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and then who else was Donald Trump talking to? I seen a picture somebody put up with them walking side by side. It was something they created, but it said something like, the warriors of freedom are our last hope, or something like that. Not to, without them, it'd be communism and all this shit. A communist country. So I'm trying to think who was standing next to them. I don't think it was JD Vance. It was somebody like Elon that was powerful, that backs Trump publicly. It was, maybe it'll come to me, but it was Trump in the middle, Elon, and then I don't think it was JD Vance. It was somebody else. I don't know. Hopefully it comes to me. RFK. Thank you, Mobile. You must have seen it. Yes, RFK. Yes, that beautiful, 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 beautiful soul. Yes. RFK. And I call him a beautiful soul because he wants to basically cure cancer. And it has nothing to do with creating medicine. It's to get the chemicals out of our food so we don't get cancer. Like, he really is passionate. And I love what he says. He says he's 68 or he's close to 70. And he said that this is really his last chance to make a change with what he believes in, with cleaning up our FDA system, the corruption, and that has to do with poisoning us. So that's why he was running for president, because he feels like he's not getting any younger. And how many 4 years can he keep fighting, right? So that goes for all these politicians that are going into their 80s. Their time is limited. They're not immortal. So Joe Biden, 81, 82 years old, whatever he is, Donald Trump, 78. If he wins presidency, by the time he's done being with this term, he'll be Joe Biden's age. He's not far behind from Joe Biden. I know everybody jokes about Biden being a dinosaur, but he's not far behind. He's more there in his mentally, but everybody ages differently. So, yes, that was a great picture. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and RFK Jr. That was so cool. And I hope it's a very big chance it could be a reality, because Trump already appointed him as head of, I guess, the food safety or something if he gets in. So RFK, that's why he's backing him, because he knows he ain't going to win the presidency. There is a chance if everything would just go his way, but it's so small that he's going to actually even compete against Trump or Kamala at this point. So I see why he backed out of the race and said, well, it looks like Trump has the biggest chance to do this. I'm going to go with him if he allows it. That way I can still get in. He's just trying to get into the power so he can make a difference while he's alive. I really like RFK Jr. I do. Once you get used to his speech issue, you kind of get used to it a little bit, but other than his talking ability, like he is, I don't know all his beliefs, like with abortion and stuff, but I love the way he talks. He really knows what he's talking about when it comes to the wars. He is straight blunt on why we're there, money laundering, all this stuff. He is very, very, he knows what he's talking about. I think he would be a great president. I would, and at one point I was thinking about voting for him instead of Trump. Like I liked the way he was talking, and I like that he has a family history of well-known people. They're not people that did the country wrong or sold us out or anything like some people in the past. I heard that, I wasn't alive and I'm not the best with politics, but I heard that Kennedy was one of the greatest presidents. That's why they killed him. Like, he was very popular, beloved. He wasn't hated that I know of. Kennedy is a name you always hear with something that people love, somebody that people loved. So to know that was his uncle, at first I thought that was his father, but that's his uncle. But still, he comes from a long line, a dynasty of people who love this country. So, I don't know. I go into it with an open mind, listen to what they say, and look for the red flags. What's up, Porch? I had meatloaf and mashed potatoes for dinner. There you go, man. I am probably going to have, I don't eat until later, as you guys know. So I am probably going to have, well, we did go out today, and got a few things. We're very low on money, but we did get a few things. I put in, I think I had, what did I have? $15. My mom had a few, so, we help each other out. We live together. We take care of each other until she leaves. I will have her back. She will have mine. I'm a mama's boy, and I'm proud of it. Some people would be ashamed of that. I'm proud of it. She's my best friend, for real. So she is one of the only people, I'll say one of the only people that has never hurt me in any way or had any bad intentions, I treasure her so much. Anyway, so we went together and we got a loaf of bread. I mean, we're out of everything. I've been eating, we both, not just me, we both have been eating expired food and stuff that we've been sitting in the basement, but thankfully, it says it's safe to eat. It's indefinite as long as the cans are in good condition and all that. No rust and stuff like that. So, and I'm still here. So it must be okay to eat. But we got a loaf of bread. I've been drinking water, nothing but water. I've been mixing that grape stuff in it. I don't have it here, but I've been mixing that grape stuff. You've seen it before. I wanted something a little different. So we got a loaf of bread. We got 2 gallons of diet iced tea. I got my iced tea again. Here we go. This is not how the water in Pennsylvania looks. This is iced tea. This might be how the water in Gaza looks these days, but not here. I'm not making fun of that. I'm thankful to God. And I hope we never see that kind of bloodshed on our soil. That's an October 7th where they just go around different houses. I hope that never happens. A lot of people are saying that they are surprised Trump didn't pick, how do you say, Tulsi? I don't follow her too much, but because of Kamala being a woman, and Tulsi supposedly beat Kamala when they had the they had a debate or something, and supposedly but he picked JD Vance, so I guess, I don't know. A lot of people were saying she would have been a better choice as far as popularity wise, because that's when he started saying the vice president doesn't matter. If you like me, you're going to vote for me. If you don't like me, you're not going to vote for me. So, Ronald Reagan said Ronald Reagan said the scariest words are I am from the government and I'm here to help. Ronald Reagan stopped Russia during the Cold War. I thought, doesn't Ronald Reagan have a bad name attached to him? What's up, Donald? Doesn't Ronald Reagan, I heard a lot of people hate him like he was a crook. Oh, isn't he the one, I am not a crook? Isn't that the one that has that famous line? He did something, embezzled money, or he did something where he was kind of hated, wasn't he? Or was that something? Oh, no, that was Nixon. It was either Richard Nixon or it was Ronald Reagan. Maybe it was Nixon. Those two names are sticking out. It was Nixon. I am not a crook. He had the big chin, right? That was Nixon. That's right. Ronald Reagan, I guess I don't know much about him. I guess he was the one that had the failed assassination. I almost said assassination attempt. He was the one where they tried to assassinate and failed, like Trump. I think it was on the street, right? Somebody tried shooting him and they rushed him to the hospital, and I guess he survived. What a world. Yeah. Yeah, I got them confused. So I don't know too much about Ronald Reagan. Which one said tear down this wall? Was that was Reagan? Yeah. I'll stop while I'm ahead, right? Just stick to Trump. Something you know what you're talking about. Reagan? All right. Yeah, Nixon was the bad guy. Nixon was, I don't know if he ever got impeached or anything, but I know for some reason people hate him. I don't know if he stole money. He did something where he has a bad name. Yeah, Ronald Reagan, I guess, was good. Trump does talk about him a lot, so maybe he was one of the good ones. But I know for sure I hear a lot of praise about Kennedy back then. So, RFK Jr., I approve of him. I heard his abortion stance are kind of extreme, but I don't know. Can't believe talking about a picture got me rambling on about different presidents. Nixon was involved in the Watergate scandal. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. It's funny, a Canadian knows more about your history. Nixon was a great president. He ended Vietnam. Yeah, a lot of Americans don't pay attention to it. We just live a good life, land of the free, and some of us take it for granted. And yeah, I definitely don't know much about politics because I didn't follow it. If you don't follow it, knowledge is power. I don't have much knowledge about that, so I don't have any power with that. So that's why I don't talk politics and I just joke around as Trump and stuff, because I haven't followed it throughout my life. I know the basics, I don't know in exactly what order all 46 presidents, like in order. I know Washington, Lincoln, and then I start losing track. I just didn't pay attention. I know Washington never told a lie, and I know Lincoln freed the slaves, but after that, So I'm just thankful I live in the country I live in. It could be there's a lot of violence out there. There's a lot of heartache and a lot of crying to God and why aren't you helping us and all this stuff. A lot of bloodshed. So I think we take all that for granted. Every time I see these stories of all these children dying and Israel blowing up hospitals and I don't know. It's painful stuff to hear. You got to watch I got to sneeze. Whew. That was a violent one. Usually that's followed up by another one. We'll see. You got to watch the Reagan movie, JP, with Dennis Quaid. What a great film. Yeah, first is Planet of the Apes, without a doubt, but I feel another sneeze coming, so I am going to blow my nose and try to erase that. All right. Whew. I think the majority support Trump. I do. The parade came by our house last Wednesday. I didn't go out and watch it. I don't know, I wasn't into it, but it comes right by our house. So I was hearing the marching band, the boom, 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 the big drums and stuff, And it lasted a while. It was a pretty long parade this year. But there was at one point I was playing Super Mario Brothers, and there was one point where I heard everybody booing. And then I heard I think I talked about this. I heard some girl come on the megaphone and say, "When we fight, we win." And I just rolled my eyes. I was like, "Yep, there goes a Kamala float." Boy, but people were booing. So don't let the propaganda fool you. I see one Kamala, or I see one Harris Waltz sign in somebody's front yard. Everywhere else is Trump Vance. So we'll see what happens. I mean, maybe you never know. We'll see. I intend to vote, but I don't know if I'll actually do it because I know it can be a close race and everybody counts, but I don't know. There's just so many people involved with a presidential election. I feel like one vote don't matter. And after I voted in 2020 and Biden won, and it just felt like my vote, it was a waste of my time. It didn't mean nothing. So, what nice shit if he loses Pennsylvania by one vote. I would feel guilty for the rest of my life. Maybe I should just vote, right? No regrets. No, I don't know if I'm going to vote. I don't even know if I can, I'm not a convicted felon or anything, but I don't know what I all need to vote. That's what I mean by that. So I voted once before for him, or twice. I don't know. I voted for him before, for sure, at least once. So, I don't know if I need a voter registration card, or I don't know if I just show up with my ID. I don't know. And so if I can't vote, it's not a big deal. I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to. I'll just watch the results. People that support Kamala are clueless about everything. Well, I just hope Trump. I think he realizes what will win him the election. He's not dumb. So I do see him digging more and more into go back to the White House and make that old man sign a little dotted line. You're already there. I think he sees that's working. That's the only way you can try to open people's eyes, right? She keeps talking about what she's going to do on her first day in office. She's been there for 3.5 years. So he is going with that, and I'm glad because that is the best ammunition he has against her. Because she can't fight that. So I just cross my fingers and I hope we don't all die in a World War III. That's all. That's all. So whoever's president, as long as they keep us out of World War III, I'm okay with them. All I know is there was no wars when Trump was in office, and the world is literally blowing up under this administration. So that's why I want Trump. That's one of the only reasons. Like that's one of the main reasons. Because I just don't want a World War III. People joke around, but it's all fun and games until that fucking nuke is launched by Russia or by North Korea. It's all fun and games. You know damn well that we would not be able to get hit by a nuke and not retaliate. We are known as a superpower. We have our ego. There's no way we would just come out and say we're going to tighten sanctions, not with a nuclear explosion on our soil. You know damn well as that one comes and hits, we're sending 5 over to whoever sent off. And while those are in the air, you know Russia sent it over 10 more. It's over. The moment whoever's having that bad day and they're not in their right mind and they hit that red button and they have their 2 generals turn the key at the same time, whenever that happens, whoever does that, it's over for all of us. There is no winners. And I think these world leaders are smart enough. They run countries, so they know this. So I think that's why it starts off with a lot of threats, but keep playing that game, right? What happens when Vladimir Putin is really backed into a corner? Like, they're really testing him. They're really calling his bluff. He keeps saying, this is going to make me do this. This will make me do that. We have no choice if you do this. And then we turn around and do what they say not to do each and every time. So he's not getting any younger. He wants to be remembered for however he wants to be remembered. And it just takes one bad moment where you're not in your right mind, where you're like, just like I heard Hezbollah, Israel killed the leader of Hezbollah, like yesterday or the day before. And Hezbollah came out and said, they confirmed that airstrike killed their main leader. I forget his name, whatever. But that shows how important he was, right? But just because he wasn't important to me and a lot of people, they got 500,000 long-range missiles. The Iron Dome is very, very, very impressive, but I think it can be overwhelmed. And they killed all their generals now, the way I hear. So what's stopping Hezbollah from launching all of 500,000 right to Israel to wipe them off the map? It's scary stuff. Who's giving them commands now? Do they have a doctrine or something that says Kim Jong-un? This is a perfect example. Kim Jong-un, last year I heard, had it signed into North Korean law that if he dies for any reason, all the nukes go to America. Like, they're launching the nukes the moment he dies. That's some scary stuff. And he could die of a cold. If he dies, it is signed into North Korean law. This isn't propaganda. If he dies, it is now a must. It is a command from their dark leader, their God, that if he is killed or if he dies, they are required to shoot everything they got at America. He's not the most healthiest guy I heard either, so forgive me for being a little worried with this current space-time continuum Marty McFly has us all living in. I just hope Doc Brown gets him in that DeLorean and goes back and fixes this stuff here. Trump now leads in Pennsylvania. He leads everywhere, so I don't know. I don't watch any of that because I don't want to be fooled, right? I think of 2016 with Hillary. She was beating Trump by 63% in all the polls, and she lost. So I don't follow that. I mean, she won the popular vote, but she didn't win the electoral college. That's what matters. So these polls mean nothing. So we'll see what happens. Time will tell. All I know for sure is we will see what happens together, because I plan on being here for a while, and we'll either be happy or we'll be scared together with what the future brings us. I don't know. It's not much you can say. It's out of your hands. There's nothing you can do. Something like that is just, you're no different than the people in Gaza. It is up to them what happens with this world. So I wish we had a beautiful soul like Carl Sagan as some kind of top world leader, man. Somebody that really believed in humanity and how this is our only home, the only place we can coexist for now, and we can visit other places, but we can't stay there, not currently. That's what Elon Musk is trying to fix, because he sees what's coming. That's why Elon says, I don't want to just go visit Mars. I want to build a city. So we'll see what happens. But these people aren't dumb. At least they're not dumb, right? Kim Jong-un, none of them are dumb. They rule their countries with iron fists. They can't be dumb. So if average, what do I call myself here? I don't know. If a nobody like me knows this with common sense, can see all this and the danger, I am sure they are full aware of what would happen if they did certain things. All countries, America included. So, but it's not good to do the fear mongering and the threats all the time with nukes. I think nukes should be a no-no. That's the true N-word. That is the true N-word right there. That is the true N-word that should be never said. Never, because that's the end of the world. That's something different than, I don't know. I don't want to think too deep into it. I'm getting too deep now and I'm going to get all paranoid. Trump is promising to cut electricity and, well, we'll see. Talk is cheap, Case. You know, he's promising the world right now. Like, he's promising everything. So we'll see. We'll see how, you know, we'll see. We will see. But that's the future. And we don't know what to expect. So it is what it is. I don't know what else to say to that crap. But I'm for Trump for obvious reasons. So Biden and Harris, they had a chance to, they had 3 years to show me that they're going to keep peace and not start a world war. And the world is blowing up under them. So I seen everything I had to see. That's all I'm going to get into. I ramble on about that enough. I'm not going to get into abortion, all this stuff, like my beliefs and all that stuff. Biden needs to stop funding ammo and money for warmongers. Trump will shut down the money for, well, that, yeah. Iran was broke. If he's telling the truth, I mean, Iran was broke. That's why there was no terrorism when he was president, because they couldn't fund it. They are the fund of all terrorism in the Middle East. They are the proxies are all belonging to Iran, are being funded by Iran, right? So he has to be telling the truth. They must have been broke because there was absolutely zero terror with him as our commander-in-chief. He was making friends with the enemies. He was stepping over North Korea's borderline, the only president to ever do that. So I seen a picture of Donald Trump. I guess he met with Zelensky a couple days ago or something. And he said that they talking to the press, they were standing there next to each other. And he said about ending the war in Ukraine and ending it fast. Zelensky's face, there's pictures all over the web. His face does not look happy at all. Yeah, his ride's almost over. There was probably money laundering and shit that Biden was doing. $200 billion over to Ukraine. Like, and it's constant money going over there. We could end world hunger with a fraction of that money. Like, I guess we have agreements with people. You would think they'd take care of our country before all this other stuff, before we help other countries. But we could end world hunger. We could take care of the veterans. With that kind of money we just send over every other month, I'm telling you. They have money for the wars, but they don't have money to feed the poor. That's for sure. That is for sure. It's not that Biden couldn't keep peace. They are actually funding it. Yeah, I know that. I know. Well, you know what I'm saying. I just don't want a war, so I'm going with whoever looks like they'll keep us the safest. So, you know, and we're giving all our weapons to these different countries, Israel, Ukraine, all these people that we have these contracts with or understandings with or whatever. I hope we have one hell of a stockpile because we are giving them so much fucking missiles and ammunition, and we're giving our tanks, we're giving our, I heard somebody say that the stuff we're giving them is our equipment that is outdated, and we are giving it to them so we can make room for new technological advanced to keep up with Russia. Supposedly we're giving all the old shit to Ukraine to help them to make way for newer, better stuff for us. I don't know how true that is. But I say we keep the old stuff and have new stuff. I say we stop being the world's babysitter. Getting into things that have nothing to do with us. I say Israel is mentioned in the Bible countless times. Right? From the very moment you open Genesis, Israel, God's country. They travel from here to Israel. They travel from there to Jerusalem. And, when the Iron Dome and America, with America's help, taking out all those attacks from Iran, when they sent over 300 plus rockets, 350 drones and rockets, and 99% of it was destroyed, and they were saying, it's an act of God, it's God's country, right? I say we stop helping them and we find out if God is really protecting them, right? If that is God's holy land and he is going to protect that land and you don't mess with Israel, then we shouldn't be helping them. I think we should stop being the world's babysitter. And if we stop doing that, we will really see if it is an act of God that these terrorists are all dying and Israel's being untouchable. And they're having a lot of help from the whole world. So, from half the world. So, I say we get out of it, and I say if they're still untouchable, then yeah, it's an act of God. But right now, you can't say that. America's helping them. They're giving them inside intelligence. When they're getting warned that rockets are coming over, America's in Syria. America jets are in Syria, shooting down some of them and shit, right? So they're having help that has nothing to do with God. So take all that away, see what happens, and if Israel still prevails, then it's an act of God. That's what we should do. JP for president 24. Man, if I was president, I would make marijuana federally legal. I would do everything that would help the, all that stuff, and then I would just be the worst president other than that. I wouldn't know what I would be doing. Common sense only goes so far, I'm sure. You got to have some kind of, you got to have a lot of knowledge, so. Anyways, how's your day going? I should say night, because we have around the same time zone. It's not like Casey where I can't say how's your night going. It's night for me, but it's like 6 a.m. for her or something. So hopefully your night's going good, Donald. Mechanic Mobile. Casey, hopefully your day will go good. I don't know what time it is, but I think it's kind of early. So starting your day off with your JP fix. There we go. Yeah, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out with the 50th. They're celebrating their 50th anniversary. Can you believe it? 50 years. That makes sense, right? 1974. I never forget that date because I can always remember when the original Tobe Hooper's Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out, because it came out a year after The Exorcist, which was 1973. So I always remember 73 with The Exorcist, and that's how I can remember 74 with Texas Chainsaw. So, but it's 50 years. That's insane. 50 years. I won't be buying it. It's way overpriced, but it's a chainsaw, and it kind of looks cheaply made too. For $300, it's a box set, but it's a chainsaw, and when you open the chainsaw, it makes like a noise, and then they have a VHS tape in there of the movie, and then they have a 4K Blu-ray on the other side and stuff like that. So, if you guys would like to see it, Cool Duder unboxed it. He gets everything sent to him for free to advertise it for the companies. It must be nice. That dude's got like 6,000 movies in his collection. I guarantee you 90% of his whole collection he got for free. He's killing it, man. I used to be jealous of that. But don't hate on somebody because right? So I got over that fast, and it must be nice. That's all I say. It must be nice. I don't have no hatred towards him for it, but I wish I was in that spot. Man, get all these movies for free. And if you didn't keep them, do you realize how much money you could make on the side? They send this stuff for him for free, brand new movies. If he would just go on eBay and just sell these new movies and unopened and stuff, man. Knowing me, I would do the same he does. I am a collector. Movies are my passion, so I'd probably hold on to them too and keep them and just build a massive personal blockbuster. So I don't blame him. And it's very impressive, his collection. So anyways, if you guys want to check that out, just search up Cool Duder, and it's one of his newest videos. If you want to see what that Texas Chainsaw Massacre box set looks like, it's a $300 price tag. Too rich for my blood. I won't be getting it. So, and I just recently, they came out with Texas Chainsaw on 4K, and I bought that, and I didn't watch it yet, so I'm going to just pop that in. I have the 4K of it. Everyone was worried Trump talking to dictators, yet it's Biden who's funding all the wars. Well, Trump told them, he said, I don't think it's so bad making peace with your enemies. I don't, he's just making peace. There was peace. That overshadows everything. I don't care who he's talking to, as long as we're not sending rockets back and forth to each other. I don't care. Let him step over the line. Let him shake Kim Jong-un's hand. Let them smile together. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. That don't mean Trump's going to join him. That means Trump's preventing Kim from doing something that he always threatens. And it's not bowing down. Keep your enemies, your friends close and your enemies closer, right? It's just all about peace and doing what you got to do to be on top. We're a superpower. We got to act like it. I don't know. And I don't think we have to fund wars and do all that stuff to be a superpower. Right? I'm thinking about getting even stricter with my diet. I am losing weight, but I would like to lose more quicker. Whatever you feel like you got to do, Casey. You know my opinion on all that. So, whatever you feel like you want to do, you're doing it for you. And either way, I'm proud of you because I know that's not easy to do. So, I would suggest what I've been suggesting, though, since you're doing these stupid crash diets. They are stupid. I've been on those. But since you're doing that stuff because you want to be thin for some reason, even though I like bigger women, you're not trying to impress me, so I don't know who you're trying to impress. But I suggest taking vitamins if you're going to deprive your body of its precious food and that it needs and the precious nutrients. So if you're going to do that kind of stuff, Casey, just take some vitamins. Just buy some. I know I know it's money you don't have to spend, but I would just recommend it because you are definitely going to be slacking or lacking, both words work, lacking some nutrients. So I would suggest that just get some kind of multivitamin for women. Multivitamin is probably your best friend out of all. If you don't know where to start, a multivitamin, something that has, it's a cocktail of different things. So I don't know I can't talk too far into that because I don't know what Australia has to offer. I know in America, I know the brands in America and stuff, but I don't know if it's the same for Australia. So I can't recommend anything to you. But just look for a multivitamin for women and don't be stupid about losing weight. That's all. Like, do it the safe way. Kamala couldn't answer the question, how are we going to pay for her social programs? She answered the question. Every question they ask her that has to do with policy, she just talks about how she grew up as a middle-class child and her parents are this and that while she's wearing a $70,000 necklace and going to the border with a $70,000 necklace on, right? Middle class, right? Let's represent. I don't know. Talking about how she's been on these streets. So she answers the questions the best she can. Whatever. The rehearsed gibberish. We'll see if it works or not. But I guess as of now, they're not going to do a third presidential debate. I don't think Trump agreed to it. He's still saying, no, I'm not interested. As far as I know, he didn't change on that. I think he's still saying no. So I was a little excited for that, and then he declined it, so it's not happening. And I think that's a smart move. She seems to want it real bad. So he's messing with her mind. Why does she want it so bad? I thought she whooped him, right? I thought she whooped him there, and he looked bad during that debate or whatever. They were all celebrating. Why does she want another one? Because she thinks she'll whoop him again, or seems like it's bothering her that he's saying that he has no interest in one. I think she sees the polls. I think they know that they're losing, so they need to do what they can, right? And if that's the case and he knows he's winning like this, they know what he believes in, they know what she says. So why debate? Let's go November. She wants it cause the fake news mods help her with the question. Well, it's gonna either way, no matter who wins, it's gonna be a crazy election. So it don't matter who wins or who loses. It's gonna be a very violent Um, crazy election. There's just so many words, but it's going to be something else. So we'll see. But I am just when I think about all this stuff, I am just thankful I live somewhere where I can sit on my butt in peace and go live and hang out with people that I love and there's just so many people that would just do anything to have this kind of life, right? Right now they're I don't know. My heart breaks for some of those people. Israelis and Palestinians, like all of them. There's so much bloodshed. But I am interested. I don't know. Ever since I heard that they confirmed that Israel struck and killed their leader, not one of their top generals, but their leader, Nezabu Nesadi or whatever the hell his name was. I think it's going to be a big retaliation because that's the main guy, ain't it? I would think they're not happy. And right before that, they got pagers in there and they killed 500 terrorists. All the pagers blew up. Like Israel's not playing games. They're showing that they're showing that. I think they're scaring a lot of these leaders, right? Because somehow they know where they're at and they're assassinating each and every one of them. That inside intelligence, right? I don't know, but we'll see what happens. It's been a day or 2 days since, so I haven't been following it, so I got to look up Israel news and I got to see what they're saying, what they're threatening, if anything. So, and I'm sure Iran's not happy because Iran seems to step into it whenever somebody dies from their proxies. That's how you know they're behind shit. We'll see. All I know is, I don't know. All I know is they have a lot of weapons, Hezbollah, because that's who they were worried about. They weren't worried about Hamas. They were worried about Hezbollah because Hezbollah has triple the amount of soldiers. They have 500,000 drones and missiles combined, like long-range missiles. That's a lot. And they're going to war with them. They don't care. So what a world. What a world. I just don't like seeing people die. It bugs me. So I don't like talking about it. I'm just too big. I have too big of a heart. I'm too kind-hearted for all that. That's why it all bugs me and I start rambling about it because I just wish it wasn't a thing with this world. I wish it was peace. I wish it was we all love each other. We realize that this is all we got, right? Like, so why? But that's not human nature. And then it makes me think of God and why he has us around and why he even allows this. This couldn't be what he wanted. I know he's supposed to be perfect and all knowing, but Genesis tells you that he created this, like everything we didn't know sin. Like, so once Adam failed him, Adam and Eve, why didn't he just, I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know if I'll have the balls to ask him whenever I meet him. I think I will just ask him a generic question so I don't do anything wrong. And I'll be like, you know what? Maybe I won't even ask him what's the meaning of life or anything like that he probably hears. Maybe I'll surprise him, right? Maybe when it's my time and I can ask something, I'll just thank him for loving me, for giving me the breath of life, and for letting me be in his presence at that moment. And I will repent once again for all the sins and everything that I did. And I don't think I'll have to tell him that I'm weak because he knows he created us. But I think I'm going to just thank him. And I'm going to be bawling my eyes out at the beauty of his face. If I'm talking to Jesus, right, I am going to just be, I'm looking forward to it. And I think it's good that I'm getting into that because I used to fear death and I still do because it's the unknown, but I just have strong hope that what I'm reading is real. It could all be a fairy tale. Some of it sounds a little far-fetched, but especially in the very beginning and stuff, but I rather believe in something like that than you have 80 years and then that's it. Then it's darkness. I don't know. That's just too depressing. So, none of these wars would be happening if Trump was in office. Well, we'll find out. We will find out. They are saying, you guys are in a political talking mood tonight. I'm with it. I'm hip. I'm game. Let's go. They are saying our civil war will not be clean cut lines like last time. It will be between neighbor and neighbor. Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, hell yeah. It won't be government versus civilian. If that's what the Civil War was, not the most knowledgeable man, but if that's what it was basically about, it'll be that, but it'll also be, oh, yeah, definitely. It'll be these Harris supporters or these Democrats versus the Republican gun owners and the MAGA and the Joe Dirts, right? You should listen to this song called Right in Two by Tool. Ooh, Tool. Tool's a good one. Fuel. Fuel, is that how you say it? Fuel? Yeah. Fuel's a good band. I think they're underrated. And they're about the same genre, aren't they? They're the same genre, whatever. Hey, JP, did you see what Trump today? He said, what? Did you see what Trump, you probably mean said, what Trump said today? He said there are entire cities underwater and massive casualties, and Joe is sleeping on a beach and Kamala is attending a fundraiser. And Trump is, well, I guess I can't put Trump down and say, well, he's at the golf course while this is happening, but he's not in office, so he can't do anything about it anyway, so never mind. But if he had any kind of power, I'd put Trump down there, because I'd be like, well, he's playing 9 holes or whatever, trying to get his birdie while cities are underwater. So we'll see. I am completely unbiased. I love Trump. I talk about him a lot. I support him, but I am unbiased. So, I think the biggest thing, and I'm going to end this political talk with this because it's not my thing, but I think the biggest thing that I don't understand I just don't understand is open borders. I do not understand the principle other than trying to get cheap votes, but illegals can't vote anyways. But I heard, they're trying to go through the courts to make it where they can, which makes no sense. But anyways, other than that reason, I can't think of any other reason to have anything called open borders or an open border. There should not be even a topic to close the border. There should not be any kind of drama with that. Especially since we have a way people can come in legally. If that didn't exist, but there is a legal process where immigrants can become Americans and they can live with us in this beautiful country. There is absolutely no reason to let people just come for unvetted and all this crap. I don't understand that. That's a dangerous, dangerous thing. I do not understand that at all. So, I think those borders need to be closed, and I just can't comprehend why that's a thing. It's like owning a home and tearing down your... Yeah! I don't understand it. Sometimes I think maybe it's because I'm simple to politics, and there's got to be I'm sure, but I don't see it. It seems like a very dangerous thing. I really believe, that's how an October 7th can happen to us. Like, this is insane. It's probably going to happen. Just because it ain't happening as soon as they come, they're working shit out, right? Maybe they're taking orders. Maybe they're getting the gangs or whatever all together, so there's a nice amount of them before they strike. I don't know. It's scary stuff to think about. But I heard that gangs, I don't think it's a big thing that's happening, but I heard there are some gangs that are made of migrants that are taking over apartment buildings and shit right now in some city. So something bad will happen, whether it's our own October 7th or whether it's another 9/11 with some planes or something will happen. And when Trump says that, I'm glad he says it as firm as I'm saying it, because it's going to happen. So just because it didn't happen yet, just be prepared. That's all you can do. I just hope it don't happen around here. I can't imagine people going house to house with AKs and just shooting people and throwing babies in the ovens and raping the women when they're dead, their dead bodies, the whole necrophilia crap. Like, these people are nuts. I hope that never happens, man. That is, if I heard, if I heard guns going off, house to house, man, I don't know what the hell I'd do. I'd be, woo. I know I can't, I have it right next to me because I have home protection because I get some death threats. Not a lot, but I do still get death threats from here and there from the people that claim they hate me. So my Byrna is not going to do anything against somebody that's loaded with an AK-47. Like, I can't be Dog the Bounty Hunter with these pepper ball guns, right? You don't bring a pepper ball gun to an AK-47 fight. So I would be scared shitless if I heard pop, 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 pop up the street, and then I just see these gangs and stuff just walking in and out of, woo. I guess I would just hold my mom and wait for them to come in, and we would both be crying, and I would just tell her I love her, and we're together, What else can you do? How's life been treating you, Mobile? I'm glad I'm seeing you, man. I haven't seen you for a while. But I don't understand why you're coming in with a generic picture. I forget what your picture used to be, but you used to have like a real authentic... You had your account for a while, so I'm a little confused why you have just M. And you don't have at least the picture you used to have. I don't know if it was like a card, like at a mechanic shop or something. I can't remember what you had. So I hope it's really the mobile mechanic that I knew back in the day. I hope so. Hope I'm not talking to Memo, right? I don't know. There's only some names I know. I don't know the new trolls out there. I just know the ones that were used to annoy me. So I don't think Memo does anything anymore. I think more Georgie's probably still into it. I don't know. Maybe they're all dead. Maybe they're all none of them are on the internet no more, right? They all just graduated high school and they're doing whatever. Dog the Bounty Hunter style. Go with Jesus, bruh. Yeah. Get him, young blood! Rest in peace to Beth Chapman. She was annoying, but she kept Dog together, right? Dwayne Chapman is one of those guys that needs a woman in his life. As soon as Beth died, you could tell he was broken. It ain't like, he just moved on, but he got with her best friend. And it wasn't nothing like nasty. Like, he needs somebody. He's one of those guys that needs a companion. And I know that feeling to a certain extent, but I am more of a loner than that. Like, I'm okay alone. I just, you miss the physical aspect of having a significant other. But I'm okay with being alone if that's the case. But Dwayne Chapman is not okay with that. Dwayne Chapman, I think, would do whatever he has to have a woman by his side. He is somebody that needs that companionship, that somebody to keep him on the right track, or whatever his reason is. But he's one of those, he's that type of guy. So I don't think you'll ever see Dwayne Chapman, as long as he's alive, without a woman by his side. I don't think so. Because I thought if anything would keep him single for a while, it would be losing Beth. Because I hope whenever I find the person I'm supposed to be with, she'll be okay with, or she'll be cool with calling me Big Daddy in public. I always thought that was cool between them, right? I want to be called Big Daddy in front of people and stuff. So anyways, rest in peace, Beth Chapman. She was entertaining. You knew she wasn't serious about the bounty hunting. She was just along for the ride, right? Who the hell wears high heels to a chase, right? Running in high heels, her big knockers bouncing over the place. You're stealing money out of my kid's mouth, and trying to catch up. Hey. The moment I seen her wearing high heels to the bounty hunts, I was like, all right. She's the one that's going to be sitting in the car and just controlling stuff and bitching. Austin Ferris. Bring it on home. What's up, Austin? I would have had way more energy into that, Austin, but I don't want to. I'm trying to keep people that wear headphones in mind from now on. I know I am known to randomly scream, like when I'm showing off, not because I'm pissed off, but like just out of nowhere, just Lottie, freaking the Chris Farley crap. And I got to remember, some people out there, I'm sure they wear headphones. And I'm sure the random screaming, that doesn't do them any favors. In fact, they're probably so used to it, they probably quick run for the volume button as soon as I start saying, and you're over there, because they know what's coming, right? I go over there, you go over there. I guess I can knock all that off. Plus, if people listen to me, if they like sleep to my voice or anything like that, they can I'm sure that doesn't do them any favors too. They're in dreamland and all of a sudden, I wanna kiss you all over. You know what's coming. But they're sleeping. They don't hear it. They just hear, tonight closes easy. Oh man, maybe some people use me as an alarm clock, right? They timestamp where I do something like that, and they just set it all up where that time will hit at 8 o'clock in the morning. Maybe they have me on repeat. To the night closes in. To the night closes in. Who knows? But I'm trying to keep everybody in mind from now on, because I want to keep all my streams up. The only reason I delete my streams, I know the answer. I act like I don't, but I do. I mean, I have to live with me, right? So, the only reason I delete my streams, and it's really the only reason, is because I know I can do better than what I do, and I'm not proud of myself. I know I can do better in so many ways. So, just let go of the people that are out to hurt you and to cause you pain and are here for the wrong reason, and do better. So I want to keep all my streams up. I'm going to name all of them for now. And maybe I shouldn't talk about this in case I change my mind, but whatever. For now, I'm going to name all of them Jonathan Haldeman Live with the date. I kind of think that's cool because even people that like watching my stuff, if they like a certain stream better than, if they're in the mood for a certain stream, they can memorize, oh, that was September 29th, 2024. And then they'll just look for the date and they'll click, I think that'll work out pretty good. I think that would work out if I'm going to keep all my stuff up and try to build something with you guys. I think that would work better than random streaming for my real supporters or you won't believe what happened today. I think you can keep track of what you want to watch again if you like watching me over and over. And I have a few people, all right? I don't got to say, And it's not Casey, Dave Benton. He's one of the ones that I think he gets more pissed off than Casey when I delete stuff. So if you're somebody like that just needs their JP fix, I think having the dates works better than random titles because you got to remember what title that was if you want to watch that again. This is just September 28th. I remember that. October 2nd, whatever. Some guy was arrested a couple of days ago because he was calling Mar-a-Lago threatening to kill Trump. Yeah, it seems like it's the popular thing. That's the problem. You have some sick individuals out there that they're copycats, right? They want attention. So that's why it's a dangerous game. Once somebody tries to do it for real, then another one tries to copy that because that guy wasn't successful and they want the fame from it. There's a lot of nuts out there that want attention and they want to be remembered. And they can't be remembered for anything good because they're not good people, so they got to do drastic shit for attention. How rewatch your streams? How often do you rewatch my streams? Like, Casey, when I keep things up, which I'm not known to do that, so this might be a hard question to answer. How much do you rewatch me if I'm available? Like, let's say I do this stream and I keep it up for a few days. How often do you rewatch it? Do you just watch it back once or twice? I would like to know that. I won't ask Dave that, but I don't know. Let's just see how much how addicted you are to this drug that we call let's see, what should we call me? I don't know. The JP fix. Now, you're getting your JP fix, but you got to do a little bit of the J Pizzle first. There you go, the J Pizzle. Right? Did you ever try in the J Pizzle? I rewatched them a couple of times. All right, well then, with people like you in mind, I will do my best to keep everything up. And since I'm fully moving on and leaving all that stuff in the past, I don't see why no reason why I can't. There you go. So, and plus it would absolutely mean the world to me, Casey, to bring new people in, like to build something with you guys. So to truly come up through the ashes and have something to be so proud of and be proud of myself, it's still very doable. I just got to let go of the past and move on and stop making people worth something that shouldn't be to me, right? So all this stuff will stay up, and that's why I decided to go with the title I went with, because I'm going to do a lot of streams, and it's not easy thinking of different random clickbait stuff, and it's right. If I'm going to do a lot of streams, this is just easier for me, and I think it'll work out better for the replay watchers. So I really don't have the people in mind that just watch me live and then they don't watch that again. Hey JP, have you ever heard of THC gummies? I've heard of it all, but I just never got my hands on it. I'm okay with bud. I'm gonna slow down. Speaking of that stuff, guys, I did think for a while about all this, and you know, with the rate I'm going at, you know, it's not gonna last long, because, and I'm not talking about running out of stuff and not having enough money. I'm talking about cancer, because I am just doing it way too much. I got hooked on that feeling of, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it, but it's not all good. You know, sometimes I feel like it helps me cry about things. Like, it gets me more emotional so I can let it out, you know. And then other times it's pure bliss, and you know, just listening to All for One and all that stuff, you know. But I definitely need to slow down. Like, it's okay to do it, but not all day, every day, 7 joints in a row. Then you go to the pipe, and like, I don't know why. I better count and I'm smoking metal shavings, and I'm getting things off the floor, and I gotta stop. You know, it's just ruining me, and it's gonna kill me. So, you know, at one point, you know, you saw what I was doing with the grinder. I smoked some of that, and then I had a little pinch left, or a little bit left, and I put the next, you know, a little bit more in there, and I looked in the light, and I seen all these metal shavings and stuff, and it wasn't all metal, but like, you seen some things sparkling in there, and so I looked up on Google, you know, does smoking metal shavings from your grinder, like, I looked specifically for an answer for this situation. Will that hurt you? And somebody asked that on Reddit. Reddit's always there. Somebody asked that question on Reddit. They even had a picture of, you know, some of the metal specks on his finger. They were saying my things leaving off metal specks. They were, you know, the answers were saying, you know, don't get a cheap grinder, buy an expensive one. It's worth the investment. You won't have that. And then other people's, as far as answering this question, will it hurt me? Other people were just saying, I take dibs on his computer, right? Like, it is terrible to inhale metal fumes, I'm sure. So what I'm getting at is, when I put that in there and I was about to smoke that, and I seen even more metal, I said to myself, I'm not this desperate. Like, what are you doing? Like, you are asking to have a terrible ending. And you know, you think suicide is bad whenever I get depressed. Cancer is nothing to joke about. Like, that is something you'll have to commit over, because to actually try to fight through that, I don't want that. My father died of that. I remember how he was. Taryn, or Kurt's wife, if you don't know her name, Kurt's wife died of the same cancer my dad did. I remember her ending. I'll never forget that stuff. And I don't want that for me. And that is, I do believe you reap what you sow. And that is, I'm sowing cancer right now, and or if there is worse, it's not good. Um, and that person that came in here the other stream and said all that smoke will mess you up, I know, I am sure. So I am not going to stop completely because I don't know. I'm missing something in my life. That's why I need it. So until I find what I'm missing, somebody to give all my love to, like, I'm a very lonely person. I need that companionship. I'm kind of like dog. I wasn't like that until I had a fiance. Ever since then, and I felt that companionship, like that real, you do miss it. Once you experience holding somebody every night and then it just goes away overnight, you do miss it. It does change you. So until somebody like that comes into my life, and not somebody like Casey, somebody that I can actually be with, somebody that's near me, right? Talking about the real deal here. Until I find that, I don't think I'll be stopping Mary Jane, because it just shows I'm missing something in my life. I'm not happy, I guess. So, but I'm gonna slow down. Definitely, I am gonna slow down. And I'm not gonna be on it as heavy. I'm gonna take a tolerance break, a short tolerance break, and then not do it as heavy. Not all day, every day, all night, and have no life, and just no. I'm gonna just, and it'll last a lot longer if I slow down. So I'm looking forward to getting more. Just a couple days I gotta wait until I get some money here. But I will be slowing down with it because I don't want to. It's just, yeah, it's gonna kill me. I'm doing it way too much. Work tomorrow, but I'm getting 3-day weekends, so that's good. There you go, Porch. There you go. And I guess I am feeling a little edgy on edge, and I haven't had any, for a little bit now, but I see this in a different light. I'm not gonna come on here and just being moody and stuff, and just being affected by any kind of withdrawal type things, because I am so thankful for this. Like, I don't think anything can happen where I think I'm going to be different on here. I'm looking at this differently, and I'm just so thankful. So many people tried holding me back, and so many people tried ruining what I have, and I was helping them succeed in that, and I am just so thankful I have this to turn to still. I'm so thankful I have people that love me still and put up with all those mistakes I've made and the wrong choices, and ranting about people that just clipped me and made me look bad for ranting about them, and you sat through all that bad stuff. I can't tell you how thankful I am, because I don't think I should have a lot of what I have right now. I was giving my attention to the wrong people and pulling a boogie 2988. You never do that. It's all about your supporters, or you'll lose them. So yeah, I've been getting into the Bruce Willis vibe lately. Oh yeah? Well, I can't really talk about movies, man, because I haven't watched anything. I watched Hours. I don't know if you heard me. I said I have to tell Porch Man about Hours. I did see that yesterday with my friend. He came over and brought some movies, and he brought Death Race. He brought Joyride with Paul Walker, and then he brought Hours with Paul Walker. And I seen Joyride and Death Race. I don't remember much from them, but I did see them when they, years ago. But I've never seen Hours. So I was like, well, if I have to pick one, I would pick Hours. And then also, true story, after when we were talking about what he brought over, I showed him Breakdown, and I said, I don't know if you've ever seen this Kurt Russell movie called Breakdown, but this is something I would like to watch with you sometime. And he said he'd never seen it, and I said, well, I don't want to ruin it, but I said the Jeep breaks down, and trucker takes his wife somewhere, and then he's like, and what, wife gets kidnapped. I was like, well, I don't want to ruin anything, but if you've never seen it, this is me still talking to him. If you've never seen it, you'll be on the edge of your seat from beginning till end. Great acting, beautiful, beautiful movie, man. So you don't have supporters. You are loser. Well, no hate, just love. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you are ignoring everybody that comes in and talks to me here. I think you're wrong, but I am proud of you that you still know how to use the voice to text feature. I know you don't know how to read and stuff, so I am proud of you that that's still all working out for you. And someday you will realize how wrong you are once you open your eyes and get away from those cyberbullies. I got support. That's why I'm still here. If I had no support, I would not be here. Now, unfortunately, no hate, just love. I'm going to have to block you because I'm leaving all that stuff in the past. All right, so I can gain even more supporters. But I love you, and I wish you nothing but the best. And I don't know what else to say to you. I don't know. I'm just leaving that stuff. I'm leaving people that can't support me. I'm leaving you all in the past. So you every Friday night, I heard there's a show there's a stream you can go to and you can hate on me. Every Friday night you can obsess over talking shit on JP. And while you're doing that, you can watch them dox other people and still maybe even talk about me. I don't know. But every Friday night I hear there's somewhere you can go where people obsess over putting me down and belittling me. And so I guess that's where you belong now. I wish you nothing but the best. I don't see his comment. He must have blocked me. I don't think he's that smart, Casey. I got rid of him pretty fast. My friend Ted, who's worked with celebrities, confirmed that Paul Walker did like dating 16-year-olds. Paul Walker? Oh, yeah? Everyone wants to fuck children but me, it looks like. Inconceivable! What a world, man. Like, I'm just so over Porch. I am over this timeline. I am. This space-time continuum, it's all messed up. I'm done. I am done. I am supposed to be here, but I'm over here. Huh? Fix that, Marty. Oh, man. It's probably not even him because I don't see his comment. No, I don't know. I don't know. No hate, just love. I don't want to talk about him. I have nothing bad to say about him. It ain't because of that. It's just, I'm just disappointed in him I'm just disappointed. That's all. In him. So, whatever. I'm not their cup of tea, so every Friday night they can go trash me if that's what they want to do. I won't talk about them. They can talk about me all they want. So, my friend, I read that. As far as Paul Walker being into 16-year-olds, I guess I already gave my opinion on that. We're all raised differently and whatever. Whatever. You know, Elvis, right? His wife, or I guess she was real young. I don't know. Should have watched The Asylum. Jim, why does everybody want to fuck children? Why? Why is everybody into, like, seriously? You hear, like, all these people, P. Diddy, like, all the more and more, and why? Why? Why are you into little girls? Those that don't pick boys. Why are you into little girls? There's nothing to them. They didn't develop. Why are you into that? There's nothing to look at. Is it the danger? Is it when I look at a woman, I look at her because she has things that turn me on. Right? I don't see what a child would have that would turn you on. In general. I don't understand why everybody's into children. It's becoming the norm. I don't understand it. But I don't want to talk against it constantly because I get targeted by people that are into them and they try to make me look like I'm like them, and I just don't want to play that game. I don't want to be a part of that sick shit. I just don't understand it is all. Whatever. To me, I don't care. To me, yes, a 16-year-old teenager is not 5, is not 6, but to me, that's still a child. There's a reason why they can't drink. There's a reason why they can't, because they are not mentally developed enough to make those decisions fully without regrets. Like, that's why porn has a certain age. You know, I don't know how they determine what age is a legal age to do certain things, But they come up with those numbers instead of 15, 14, 13, for a reason. That's just too young. And the people out there, like, the reason I say it's becoming the norm is because people defend it. They actually sit there and say, well, in this state, the age of consent is 16. You're sick, man. Absolutely disgusting. So I don't know. I stay away from it all. Because if I don't, I'm just going to be pissed off and I'm going to rant, and it's not worth it. Nobody's hearing you. I don't know. I just don't understand it. It's gross. There's some people in life that seem like great people, but they have dark secrets. That's for sure. That's for sure. Without a doubt. What's crazy is that the parents of that kid were okay with Paul Walker dating them. That's because everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man. Yeah. I would never be okay with my 16-year-old daughter dating. I don't care if he's a celebrity or not. I know talk is cheap, actions speak louder than words, but I can guarantee you I would not be okay with it. I don't care if she came home saying, it's little ZZ. Didn't you ever hear of him? Right? And he's standing there with braids and tattoos all over his face, gold teeth on the top, diamonds on the bottom, going, damn! Right? Pulling out cash money. It looks like a Chinese fan because he's hot. I don't care. I wouldn't give a damn. I would not give a damn. I would not be for it. My granddaughter is 16 and I love her, but that's it. Yeah. Yeah. I just thank God we're not like that, Jim. Just thank God that we are. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's not nothing to do with being normal. Just we're not sick people. That's a mental disease right there. That is a mental illness, and it's crazy how rapid it is. Rampant, just like transgender and all that. It's all mental illnesses. So if I would sit here and say I was born in the wrong body and I am meant to be a girl, that is a way of thinking. That is not that you are born a man. I was born a man. It's facts. So it's all emotional stuff. It's all mental stuff. I want to be a woman. Right? I love what this one guy said. I don't know his name, but maybe you'll know who I'm talking about. But he's very popular with putting down transgender people and challenging their logic, right? And he was taking questions, and this transgender girl, whatever, this guy came up that had a wig on and some fake new titties, came up and talked about, that they know they're a woman and that all their friends and their family comes to them and says that they're a woman, and that, they say whatever their name was, you are a woman, and and then I love what he said to that person. He said, I don't know any biological woman out there that needs to be reassured that she's a woman. Should I drop the mic? What should I do there? I don't know any biological woman that needs their friends and family to reassure them that they are such a woman. It's a mental illness. It really is. And to see them using, it's not the world I want to live in. To see these men dressing up like women, being cross-dressers, that's all they're doing. Being cross-dressers and saying, accept me, going into little girls' bathrooms, right? Because they're a woman now. This is all terrible. It really is. But let's get off of this because it's just something that, I'm highly against. Let's see here. Tons of sick fucks on YouTube. Hey, the internet, my friend. Not just YouTube. They got to flock somewhere, and they flock to the internet. YouTube's just a part of the internet, right? Nah, man, the internet in general. They're around this, but the dark web is just something they got to flock somewhere, so they come to the internet. They sit in their homes and they trade pictures of these abused children and, jack off to them, and not giving a care in the world of the tears in the child's eyes. And I don't know. I don't know. I guess some people are so driven by their sexual pleasure or I don't know. You guys thought I talk sexual a lot, right? I mean, that's real control. That is I don't I thank God. I would off myself if I ever had one thought of hurting a child in that way. I would slit my wrists right then and there. I wouldn't announce it. There's no reason to. I have to live with me. If I had that thought, I would not be here right now. It's a set rule for me. If I ever would ever think of hurting a child in that way, the worst thing you could do to a child is take away their innocence. And if I would ever think of attempting it, I would straight down, not across, because it's no game, straight fucking down. And I would just take care of that problem fast. So that's how you know I'd be a good father. It's one of the things, right? That and my impressions, right? They're crying. All I have to do is just laugh like SpongeBob. That's all you got to do. Did you hear me? Yeah, you heard me. Okay. Anyways, I don't know. Hopefully I find out someday if I'd be a good father or not. I think I will. I just got to find that someone to give all my love to. We'll keep appropriate with it. But we'll see. And if she can't have children, whoever I'm meant to be with, if she can't have children, I will love her for her and we'll adopt if she's up for it. If she don't want children, if it's not meant for me, then, you know, it is what it is. But I definitely wouldn't mind, as I'm getting older, I definitely wouldn't mind having a little one to take over, to carry my legacy by the time I'm old. I'll have some kind of legacy. So, but who knows? You know, I have a lot of thoughts of that. I don't know if I'd want to bring a child into this current world, and I don't know. But if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. It's all in God's hands. I leave it all in God's hands. Every single bit of it, for sure. Oh, my neck is really stiff. My back's feeling a little better. I just slept wrong a couple days ago, but my neck's still... I gotta figure out different ways to sleep. Forgive me while I get out the greatest Bible ever made. And I smell it for a little bit because I love the smell of books. This one currently smells like life. Everlasting life. No, I love, like, it's like a factory smell. I love that. Movies have it. New packs of cards have it. I just love that smell. I'm weird. But yeah, it's a little overwhelming, but you know, if you get into it, man, they got charts. They tell you what the currency was, what it was worth. They tell you every damn thing. They show you, I'm telling you, man, it's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. They show you the locations, they show you everything. They even show you, I won't get into it, but they even show you like the scriptures written on rocks and shit, like where they found certain stuff. And whoever put this together, whatever team of people put this together, did an amazing job. Like, seriously, I look forward to becoming a scholar of some sorts with the Lord Jesus Christ in my future. That's why God's keeping me here, because he's not ready for me. I'm not ready for him. I need a little more knowledge before I'm ready for him. I can't go in there talking to him completely clueless. I need to know his history. I need to know everything. Oop, wrong way. JP, I felt sick yesterday because I ate too much unhealthy food. I ate a large bag of potato chips. Well, you reap what you sow, Casey. So if you don't want to feel sick and you're going to go and crash diets, then don't eat potato chips on your cheat days. Your cheat days should consist of 2 more spoonfuls more than what you've been eating if you don't want to get sick. So you can't expect to starve yourself and then have one day a week where you just force down KFC and not feel anything. So I would just suggest being a little smarter about it. Take vitamins and don't starve yourself. But I know people used to tell me the same thing whenever I would. It's a battle. Losing weight is not easy. And you're getting some results, so very proud of you. But just keep in mind, if you're doing it to impress me, I can't be more clear about loving you for you. And I don't care about any of that. That's what makes me a good boyfriend for any girl. Because they don't got to be a stick figure. They don't got to change who they are to keep me, to make me happy in any way. Because I will love them for them. So, what else do I say to you, Casey? You have your mind set. You're going to do what you're going to do. So I ain't going to sit here and try to tell you not to. Whatever. I just hope you don't die on me. Because if you do, I have people that I can cry to and that will make me feel good and that love me, but it's going to be different without you for sure. I don't want to do this without you. I really don't. If I did, you wouldn't be here. You'd be blocked and I would have other people. I want you. So I love talking to you at night, and I love just having somebody that cares about me in my life and that I can turn to. It's a great feeling. So please be careful, and I love you. There we go. So, yeah. So that is the plan for right now, guys. I am going to take a tolerance break for about a week. Okay. By the time I get some, it'll be about a week. It's not a very long one. It's not one that I need. And maybe, I was going to say, maybe when I get it, I won't do it right away. And I'll, sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragons. This dragon's got my hand. A sugar boom boom, out robbing people, but I'm an honest man. It's a sick. It's a problem. So, but you would think I wouldn't be in such a good mood because I don't have any, and I don't have any to look forward to right now. And you think I'd be angry and antsy, and I am feeling that stuff, but I'm so blessed to have this, and I'm not going to mistreat you guys no more. I'm not going to neglect you for the trolls. I'm not going to treat you bad just because I'm feeling bad at the moment. I ain't going to do any of that. I don't know how long I'll have this. Nothing lasts forever. So I want the people that I have and the people that I will have in the future, other people, I want them to know that they make me happy. Good night, JP and everything. Good night, Porchy. Have a good night, man. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Tomorrow starts the work week for you. So, have a good night. Sleep tight. And don't let Freddy bite. Yes. He don't really bite. I guess he did bite Nancy once. Didn't he try biting her ear off or something? When she pulled him into the real world or something? Or did she just grab him? I can't remember. Do you have bottom teeth? Yeah. I got very healthy teeth. I take care of myself. I know I'm not a skinny guy, so maybe I don't take care of myself the best with eating, but as far as personal hygiene, I'm top tier. Take care of my everything. Personal hygiene. That is a nitpick with me. So whatever girl I get with, she can't smell like armpits. She's got to take care of herself. Simple as that. I think it's a minor requirement. So yeah, even when I'm by myself in my room or something, I always have deodorant on. If you would come up here to watch a movie with me or play Super Mario Brothers or one of the old retro games I currently have, it doesn't stink up here or anything. I'm very clean in that way. Now, I'm not the cleanest with when I drink cans of soda, throwing the cans away right away. I let them build up to where there's like 10, there's like 2 over there, and then I throw them away. So I got to change that. You have amazing teeth, JP. And strong, too. Can't hear it. Whatever. The Choppas. Yep. Maybe you don't see my bottom teeth, if that's the thing. I don't know. Maybe you don't see my bottom teeth so much because I have big kissable lips. I've been told by previous relationships that I have big kissable lips. They didn't say big, but they said I have kissable lips. And I know what that means, you know. Usually what black people have, like those big lips. I got big lips, I guess. I don't know. You be the judge of that. Yeah, things could be worse for sure as far as like looks and health wise. Like I could be missing a bunch of teeth, and some people can't help that, right? I could have, like, I could be a lot uglier person for sure. Not to put anybody down, but I'm just counting my blessings. I see them now. I was too depressed over minor things. I'm embarrassed, but there's no going back. So, and changing things or talking to myself. So just move forward. Anyways, and I've been told that I'm a great kisser. I take it it's true. That's why I'm confident with my sexuality and talking that way to women and stuff, because I've never had any complaints. I don't have the most experience, but I've only had compliments. If I had some complaints, then I wouldn't be so cocky about myself when it comes to that. I've only ever had compliments. I don't want to get too personal. It's not worth it, but I've only ever had compliments. My oldest brother does not have many teeth left, and I could be like that. No offense. I could be like that, right, Case? Yes, take care of yourselves, nation. And I will start saying nation again because I got people from all over that watch me. I'm going to start saying nation. It's a very diverse, there's just all sorts of people that watch. From this group, that group, my group, they're all mixed. Most are silent, some are public, doesn't matter. I know that I have lurkers out there, and they're from all different types of communities. So I will call you my nation. If you don't like it, you don't gotta watch. I don't know. Or tell me, message me on X and say, I don't like being called nation. Maybe I'll go from there. So yeah, tonight when I get out of here, I'm gonna go probably see if TJ uploaded a new vlog. That's one person I watch. You know, I'm only subscribed to drama free people. That's my style. Movie collectors, and I like TJ. He just basically vlogs his days with his kids and stuff. They're autistic, and he just shows the struggles and stuff. And I don't know, I just like him from back when he would upload old videos of his parents. So I just kind of followed him, and I like his vlogs. I like his style. Maybe it's because I like him. I don't know. I just think he's a good father. I think, and I like that he's sharing the good and the bad. So a lot of people don't share the bad things because they'll get shut down. However, he shows the good and the bad, and people call CPS on him because he raises his voice at his kids sometimes, and he doesn't hide any of it. Like, he talks about it, and it doesn't faze him at all, you know, because he's not doing anything wrong. He's just sharing, like he says, he shares. You got to discipline, like he shares the good, and he's just sharing everything. And so that doesn't mean you're a bad parent or abusive. You can't let the kids walk all over you, especially if they have special needs and stuff, because they'll be that much tougher to handle when they're older, and they're going to be stronger, right? So you got to be firm. You got to make them understand. This is no. He doesn't beat his kids and stuff. So whenever the CPS comes from a troll or from somebody that don't like something he's doing, they make a report of it because they have to if they're called, but they leave every time because he's not doing anything wrong. You can yell at your kids. You can discipline them. You just can't sit there and burn them with cigarettes and beat the shit out of them, starve them. But you can still discipline them. You have to. Or it's going to be nothing but just, it's going to be out of control. So anyways, I'll see if he uploaded a new vlog, and then I'm going to hit up. I was playing some Mario Kart. Very popular games from back in the day that I never really sat down and played. And I was having fun. Mario Kart 64, I started with the original Super Mario Kart for Super Nintendo. And I was playing, I was like, oh, this is, I like the way it's handling. And I have my skill from all the NASCAR games, so I know to go on the inside and they're going on the outside and I'm getting and then they get the run on the outside. That's pretty cool. Even back then, they had the physics where it was like NASCAR, where you would still get some kind of run, and I liked it. So I was like, this is pretty cool. I like this game. And then I went into my Nintendo 64 section of my console, and there I seen Mario 64 and then Mario Kart 64. So I turned on Mario Kart 64, basically the same type of game, but just the better graphics, and you're more on the track instead of it's just newer. And I was enjoying that. I played a couple laps or a couple races with that, and I was playing as Yoshi. The original game I picked Mario, but I was playing as Yoshi, and I was having fun with that. I liked the way it was set up. I liked the way it handled again, and the new stuff they had with that game. I just liked the way they looked. So, and I only played it for like 15 minutes, 30 minutes. But so there's a lot I didn't see yet. Oh, also, I found a game in my PlayStation area. I have 58,000 games on there. So in the PlayStation area, in the PlayStation collection, I found an Evil Dead game called Evil Dead: Hail to the King. Something like that. And I was playing like 10 minutes of that, and I was like, no, this has potential, I have to get used to they handle the tank controls. I have to get used to the tank controls again. That's before they started using, they started, how you control the guys with both sticks, like one walks forward, then you look left and right with this while you're walking forward. Use both sticks to control a person. Well, the older games, you only used one stick. And with the tank controls, like, I don't know, you have to get used to it. If you're not used to it, it kind of ruins it, and you're like, oh, this is hard to play. But once I get used to those tank controls, I think, I just think it'll be a lot easier and it'll be better. I just got to get used to it. I have the first and third Resident Evil game on the PlayStation collection, but those tank controls, I don't know, like when you're walking forward and then like it doesn't take much before like you're walking the wrong way or something. You just got to get used to it. And you got to get used to turning around and stuff. I was thinking about getting whitening strips. My teeth are not white because I drink coffee. Oh yeah? I never noticed anything. Well, keep some secrets from me, Casey, because, I'm kind of, well, we're not going to be girlfriend or boyfriend or anything, but still. Well, I guess it don't matter then. Don't matter, right? It only matters if you're going to be my girlfriend. So, just take care of yourself, that's all. Yeah, since I started smoking so much, I kind of got obsessed with brushing my teeth more, and I'm sure that's not good for them either, right? That the stuff that's in the toothpaste, I'm sure if you do too much of it, it can probably weaken the enamel or do stuff. I'm sure you can overbrush. So again, slow down with the smoking, right? That helps that too. Because I hardly show them. I guess I didn't take notice. I don't know. Maybe it's because I love you for you. Who knows? Who knows? You figure it out, Casey, because I'm not going to try to figure it out, but I don't know. How's it feel having somebody that loves you for you? Instead of you for what they think you should be, or you for the little things you offer them, but they love you for you. Every little imperfection you think you have makes them love you even more. I'm not like most guys. There's a lot of douchebags out there that put their needs first, and I was telling when I was with my second, I don't even know if I should call him my second hookup now. Yeah, he's my dealer, but we're hanging out more and more, and he's telling me his stories and shit, so I don't know. I forget where I was going with this, but yeah. I should start brushing my teeth more often. I agree. Everybody should brush their teeth. I would think at least once a day. I mean that you have to. But preferably twice a day. Preferably 3 times a day, but I don't do 3 times. I do sometime after I wake up, not right away as soon as I wake up, but sometime a little bit after I wake up, and then towards when I go to bed, usually I'll take a shower or something. I do it during my shower for the nighttime. I always, no matter if I did brush my teeth if I did brush my teeth twice, if I take a shower other than, if I already brushed my teeth twice and I take a shower, I'm brushing them again. I always do it in the shower. It's just a routine thing, a ritual, not a ritual, like a routine thing. I just used to doing it, and I brush my teeth, and then I wash my head and stuff. Can't say hair because I like the stone cold look, so I've always been this way. So if I ever go bald or anything, Mark Rydell alert. Mark Rydell alert. Mark Rydell alert. Mark Rydell alert. God damn, hold on. Mark Rydell alert. What the hell? Mark Rydell alert. Where's that hotkey? Mark Rydell. There we go. Hold on, I gotta block a convicted sex offender here that don't know his place. You are welcome over in other places, I am sure, but you're not welcome here. But I'm not on the paper no more. That doesn't change that you were on it at one point. Pedophile, eh? Anyways, no convicted sex offenders. There are people that will talk to you. I heard that you are in Emma's DMs and talking to her about stuff. So there are people that will accept you. And I know Isaac used to be your mod. So that is, I can't deny the truth. There are people that do accept you. So be with them and be with your kind or whatever have you. But you're not welcome here. Please don't make my alarm go off again. It's annoying. I got to remember what button was it? The num lock. The num lock was to disable that. So keep that in mind. Shoot. All right. Well, I've been live an hour and 56 minutes. I'm going to go to 2 hours tonight. That way I can go do the other stuff I have planned for tonight. Basically, it's just watching some YouTube videos and playing retro games, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll sit down and watch The Nun 2. How long am I going to talk about that yet before I do it? 78 tomorrow. I don't know what it's supposed to be here, man, but 78 sounds like a nice day to me. Not too hot, not too cold, right? What are you going to have for dinner, JP? I am going to have, well, like I was talking about earlier, I got 2 gallons of tea. So dinner-wise, my mom got herself a bag of chips, and then we got a loaf of bread. So since we have a loaf of bread, I am probably going, and we have some, I hope we have some cheese left. I think we do. If we do, I'll probably make some grilled cheese. Some grilled cheese sandwiches. I don't know. I got to go grocery shopping. So I'm looking forward to that. But if I eat tonight, probably grilled cheese sandwiches. I started making them by the oven. I never did that before. I always made them by the stovetop, right? Everybody does. But, I started just making them by the oven. I guess it's not faster because you got to preheat it and then... But it works out pretty good. I butter both sides. I put and I set it on the baking pan, and I put it in 450 for, I don't like mine real dark, so for 8 minutes. Then I flip it over in like 3 to 5 minutes, and it turns out pretty good. And I like doing that. The reason I started doing that is because when I make grilled cheese sandwiches from the stovetop, with the pans we have, you can only fit 2 at a time, right? And, I like to pig out here. I like at least 3. So what I'm getting at is by the time I make that second batch, these are cooled off. And by the time I come up here and start eating, they're not real hot. So what's nice about the oven is you're making all 3 or 4 of them together, and they get done together. You go right up, it's still hot. It's different eating a fresh, hot grilled cheese sandwich compared to one that's just warm. I mean, I guess I could. I guess I could when I make the two in the pan. As soon as I put them on the plate, I could put them in the microwave just so the heat don't. But then they'll get soggy or something. This way, it works out nice. So I think I'm gonna keep baking them, putting them in the oven, man. Yeah. You said your mother goes to church. They helped our neighbors with food besides us helping. Yeah, but my mom's a very proud woman and she doesn't like asking for help. That's one thing about my mom. We try to do everything on her own, you know. So it takes a lot for her to ask for help. She asked them for help one time when because we don't really have any money and you know, we were having an issue with the house. So they came and fixed two things for us. God bless them for sure. And they would help financially, but my mom's too proud. And that's not a bad thing. So she will not ask for food and stuff like that. And it ain't like we're completely out. You know, we are very low, but we have noodles. So we can make, and we have butter. We can make brown butter. And there's things we can survive on. So she's not going to ask for help. So I was coming on here hoping people would have a big enough heart to hear how hard we're having it right now and help me out, not necessarily for me, but to help her out as well and stuff. But I guess people think I'm lying about it or something. I don't know. Are they like seeing me in a bad position? I don't know, but I'll get through it. Things will work out. So joke's on them. The joke is on you. Stay out of my life because you better bet we're through. The joke is on you. I'm the comeback king. You know what I mean. When I'm gone, it's end of scene. Like a blank screen, you can never count me out. I'm the comeback king. You know what I mean. When I'm gone. Anyways. There are places where I am the only one on the internet sitting here singing Corey Feldman songs. Like, what am I doing? Ain't nobody doing that. Are there places where you can get cheaper groceries? We have them. Yeah, we go there when we get the money. Yep. Yeah, we have certain grocery stores that are known to be cheaper. Some of their food is expired though. I don't know how that's legal, but I guess it is. We have a place called Sharp Shopper and they sell yogurt and stuff. And if you look, sometimes it's outdated by a week or two already. It's like, but you know, at Walmart, that yogurt fresh would cost, my nose is itching. I'm not picking it. It's just right there. It's right at the brim. It's itching. It would cost like $4.75, whatever. There it's 99 cents. But, you know, and supposedly it's good. I don't know. We have bought expired food, but yes, we go to cheaper places and stuff like that. Wherever we can get the most for our money, for sure. And we do have places available, thankfully. They sell stuff that is close to the expiry date. Yeah. And like I said, this one place sells it's like out of date by a week. Sometimes people need help. Yeah, I know. And I knew people talk crap about me. I knew they act like they hate me, but for some reason I thought when they would hear that we don't have no warm water and different stuff like that, I just thought that they would have a bigger heart than they do, but not everybody's like me. Not everybody has I just have a huge heart and I care for people. So just cuz I backtrack doesn't mean other people do. They sell let's see here. We bought a quarter of beef. I should become a hunter. I can't because I can't ever own a gun because I don't have the best history as a child with mental illness. You know, I suffered from depression. I was raped. A lot happened to me. So I was in and out of hospitals. So that's on my record and I can never have a gun, which is good because I probably would commit suicide with it. I probably would. Like sometimes the way I think to myself, it's good that I can have one because I probably would do something if it was there and available because I get it's scary for me. Well, not really scary for me, but it gets serious, you know. But you guys don't care about that, so I'll just move on. But Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but I guess in my mind, I thought, yeah, I had falling outs with people, but I still thought they would be there whenever I need. But that's okay. That's okay. I wish I could send you a donation every single day. Well, that's Casey. When we meet new people, I will get more donators. I am sure. This ain't YouTube, man. Damn. I gotta get a drink. This is a big platform, Casey. I gotta meet new people. I gotta get out there and meet new people. And there's a lot of people out there that show their support by donating. They have some money and that's just something they like doing. So I just got to meet those people. I've had some people like that in the past. Don't have them anymore, but they're not the only ones that are like that. I just got to meet new people. And one way to do that is to keep all my streams up and do different content. Right? Not saying bring back the cartoon show and just pick on the Greens, the Guests, and the West again, but just different things. So that's something that if I'm lucky enough to have it happen, it happens. But I know it's there. And anybody else that thinks that there isn't more people like that out there, generous people, nobody believes that. YouTube is a big platform. Like, I give them more credit that. Nobody really believes that. They just hope that I don't ever find that, because in their minds, I don't deserve that. Whatever. Either way, they don't control my destiny, so we'll see what happens. But hopefully I meet, I will meet new people, but hopefully I meet some of those people, and I'll have more donators in the future. That's every YouTuber's dream, to make money off this and to do it as a job and stuff. So I did a lot of things to hurt my chances to be successful at that, but I didn't kill my chances, not yet. So I got to fix it quick. You should have millions of subscribers, and maybe I would by now if I didn't make some of those mistakes. Maybe I would. I don't know. I'm going to stop making mistakes, and I'm going to be as real as it gets, and we're going to see if I would have had millions of subscribers or not. We'll see. A couple years from now, we'll see where I'm at. I know one thing. A couple years from now, I am more sure that the chats will be very active. It'll be a big difference than it is now. I was actually going to name this stream, and this is God's honest truth. I was going to name this stream A New Beginning Within Myself, but I decided to go with the dates and stuff. So there you go. Little fun fact. Tonight's stream was originally going to be titled A New Beginning Within Myself, because I am letting the past completely go, and I don't even think about it, and I guess I'm ready to move on. So we'll see, Casey. But until that happens for me, I will love having you, and I will talk to you, and I will appreciate you. Actions speak louder than words, and I just will appreciate you being here. So, but Jim Tom, that's one thing I got to do when I grocery shop in a couple days here. I got to get meat. My mom even said to me in the car when we were coming home from getting the bread and stuff, she's like, we got to get meat for the freezer. We got it. And I said, I know, I'll have money here in a few days and stuff like that. So, and then she said, well, this time don't spend all your money on, we won't do that for food, because it's for food and gas. So whenever I spend all the money for food for us, for the house, I don't have no money for gas. So so she's like, we'll just put 100 towards the food, and I'll put some of my money in, and then we'll have the money for the gas. And I was like, I'll probably just all spend it on food, because it feels so good, getting a nice amount of stuff, and because it's got to last the whole month. So gas really isn't that important. I'm going to tell her that. I didn't say that, but spend it wisely. Yes. I am just thankful there's help out there. I'm thankful that there is programs, and I'm thankful that, I'm just thankful for, I don't take any of it for granted. I don't think any of it is owed to me. So I'm just thankful it exists, because there's a lot of places where you would just be homeless that just don't exist. The help ain't there. So I think anybody that gets any kind of government help should be thankful. They shouldn't bitch about it. They should be thankful. It might not be enough, but You have to ask yourself, is this better than nothing? Even if it's not enough to pay your bills, is it better than nothing? You can at least go get a can of soup and, every day for whatever. I'm just thankful. Whatever. We're all different. I'm thankful. Hey, JP, when you do... Hold on. I feel like I got to cough again. Did I mention I'm going to slow down with that? Hey, JP, when you go to one of those places to get cheap groceries, do they talk about God or Jesus? No. Now, these are regular grocery stores. They have food that the others can't sell in time by their standards, so they grab it and sell as fast as possible by making it cheap. So no, I mean, there's some, I guess there's some places that might give food that have to do with God and stuff, but we don't really deal with any of that. So we're surviving, we're getting by. Just hope it doesn't get any harder because we are as tight as it can get. We're going to be in big trouble if it gets any worse. So right now we're surviving. So God is with me. I pray that God keeps me strong and helps me continue to guide my mother with remembering to pay the bills and remembering, I got to tell her over and over that she still owes 2 payments with the house taxes. She keeps, it just slips her mind. That's all. I'm thankful when it comes to her memory issues. I am thankful that it's only at the point. I'm thankful that if you remind her, it comes back to her, right? She doesn't argue with you. That's one thing I told her. I said, Mom, at least you're accepting. You're having these issues, and some people don't want to, like, they get nasty. And she said, I know. And I said, well, I just thank God that you accept it, like, and she kind of just trusts me. Like when I say you have this, remember you have this, she just goes, oh, and I can tell even sometimes she don't. So I don't think about it. I don't want to cry, That's my mom. I'm losing her in more ways than one. Never thought that would happen, but you don't think of that stuff. I thought she would go with cancer, I thought she would just go another way. Or peacefully in her sleep, because of her diabetes always dropping, her numbers being so dangerous. Or a heart attack because she has all these blocked arteries, all these stuff that they say is going to happen to her. I thought that's how she'd go, but you just never count on her losing her memory and forgetting everything. So it's not that bad now. She knows who I am. She knows who my, it's the short-term stuff and it just slips, but it comes back. If you remind her, it'll come back, but it'll slip again. So make sure it's the right moment to remind her. So, because sometimes I'll say, and don't forget you have to pay the taxes. She'll look in her book and say, oh, I think I already gave that payment. She'll completely forget she gave 1 payment, but she owes 2 more, like shit like that. We don't have house insurance. I told her again today, and what do you do, right? And it's nothing to do with finances. It is, but she won't remember to get it again. And you don't have the money to get it now. So I got to keep reminding her, remember, we don't have house insurance. We got to try next month. And she's like, oh, we'll definitely try next month. Next month comes, right? And I don't know. I don't know. Who got me on this topic of my mom losing her memory? Why? As long as that's the scariest thought for me now. Walking into a room and my mom doesn't know who I am. I couldn't take that. That's my best. I couldn't see. We're going to move on. Your brothers don't help her out? No, they have their own lives, which that's how it should be. They have their own lives and, they're doing what adults do. So I am the only one that stayed behind and I am here. That's why I'm getting the house. I was here for my dad and my mom. That's why I'm getting rewarded. That's why my brothers aren't getting the home. That's why I have the will next to me that says I am the executor of the estate. I am the everything. Everything's in my name. If I kill myself, then it gets split between them. But as long as I continue to be a survivor like I am, everything's going to me. And my mom will come up here and tell you it's because he was there for his father and he's here for me when I need help. So people can believe what they want. They can hate on me. They can make up stories. They can say I'm not getting a house or it's going to my brothers and I just don't know. They're just dickheads living in a fantasy world or just trying to start shit for entertainment. They truly don't know my real life. So, but anyways, that is why I'm getting the house, and that's why I'm getting everything when she does pass away, because I am here guiding her and helping her like I did with my father. So there you go. Maybe I'm not as such a big monster as you want to believe anyways, after all. Why am I talking to you? Ain't nobody hearing me, right? Just Jim, Tom, and Casey. Your brother, so that's the answer, Jim, Tom. I am the one that's here for them. I could buy you some from Amazon. No, Case, no gifts, please. I need donations, so please, all the money you would spend on gifts for me, I appreciate it. But at this point in time, these current months, I need all the monetary gain I can get. Gifts are wonderful, but they don't pay the bills. So I just ask this moment on that you just keep giving me donations. I appreciate it. And you do help me. You do. Doesn't fully fix but it does help. It really does. Stuff like that. And one thing that'll help is the few, every time I get low on money, see, here's where I go wrong. And this don't look bad on this don't look good on my part. Then people that are on the outside watching this, it doesn't make me look good. Every time I'm down to my last $10 or $20, I'll buy a lottery ticket. And then you see me here with lottery tickets and it don't make me look good. But that's when I'm down to my last few bucks. I'm rolling the dice. I'm desperate for an easy way out or an easy fix. I want to pay for everything for my mom, and I'm looking for that easy way to just make everything so great. And it's not working out too well that way. So I got to stop spending my last few bucks on tickets. I am learning that if you are desperate and you're down to your last money, don't turn to the lottery. It is set up to manipulate you. You know, you get a 26, you scratch a 27 and a 25. They make it look like you're close to getting something, so you buy another one. It is there to manipulate you. It's targeted towards a certain demographic, the low to middle class. No rich people play that shit. So there's a reason for it. That's why they're wealthy too, right? So when I'm down to my last 20 bucks and 10 bucks here and there, I'm not going to just spend it on a ticket and scratch away. I'm going to just keep it, even though it can't get you nothing or pay on any bills. What's 20 bucks going to do, right? That's my way of thinking. What the hell am I going to do with $10? Let's go get a $10 ticket and hope I can hit 200. But that's not a good way to think. So if you see me with a little stack of tickets, that's throughout the month, and that's just whenever I have a few bucks left, you know. Or I'll scratch a ticket with that few bucks and I'll get like $2. Like I'll get a $10 ticket, win $10, and I'll get another $10 ticket, right? And then I'll lose and shit like that. Sometimes I keep going, right? But I never win what I'm looking for. I basically get the ticket for free. So there again, I got 10 bucks again. I'm happy I got my money back, but what am I going to buy with 10 bucks? But that's one thing I can do though. I can cut back and stop that way of thinking, and that'll save 10, 20 here and there, and that's money I guess we could use. I mean, you know, when we get low, that if I put that back, that would get us a loaf of bread. That would do certain things. So I'm just looking for an easy way out. Can you blame me if you're backed in a corner, right? I'm just looking for an easy way out. I know it don't make me look good, but I don't blow a bunch of money on it. It's just whenever I'm down to my last 10 or 20 bucks, I'll go get a ticket and lose my ass 90% of the time. Let's see. I lose my ass all the time, but I'm saying lose 90% of the time. Just lose in general. It's too much of a gamble for me. Yeah. I mean, even the $10 and $20 tickets, you know, or I should even say the $5 and $10 tickets. It's not much money, but it adds up, right? So, and then when I don't have no money and stuff, I look at the losers, the little stack of losers I'll have by then, and I'll look and I'll be like, and when I look at the tickets, I'll see it says 20 on there, like how much I paid for it. And I'll be like, well, there could have been $20, there could have been 5, there could have been another 5. It's like, it is burning your money. So, and you know, if it gets worse and we won't be able to survive or hang on by a thread or anything like that, whatever terminology you want to use, if it gets worse, then I will give this up and you know, do what I have to do. But I love doing this, and there's still a chance that I can make this into a job. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna give myself a chance. 13 people watching. Well, I wish a few more were in the chat then. I wish a few more were in the chat, but I know not everybody are here for the right reasons, and I also know some people that are here for the right reasons. They support me. Maybe they're intimidated to come in the chats, or I don't know. I don't really think about it. You do you, I do me. I love the people I see. Hey, that rhymed. That was pretty good. You do you, I do me. I just love the people I see. There you go. That's my tagline. I got to remember that. I was thinking about making my own bread. I don't know how hard that is to do. Oh, man. When's hunting season, Jim? You going hunting this year? You know what I'm getting at. I'd love just you know what? I'd love an ounce of that deer jerky. Jim Tom's famous deer jerky. Yeah, I don't know how you made it that time you sent me. I don't know if you had pepper on it or you had something, but it was good. It was very good. You had something on it. It didn't look like just plain jerky. It looked like there was some kind of season or something on it. But I liked it. I do miss deer meat, man. I do. So you'll have to forgive me whenever Creative J comes in here and says that they're going to the casino that night, and if he wins big, that I'll get something. You'll have to forgive me if those moments, if I start smiling and I get a little giddy, because that's like an answer to my prayers. I know I'm not that lucky. I know if he won big at a casino, like he's known to do, I know I'm not going to see any of that. And I really don't probably deserve any of that. It's his winnings, you know. I don't deserve any of it, but the thought of that kind of help. Yeah. But I'm not, you know, there's a lot of people that have it rough out there. Nope, the farmer's doing all the hunting, $110 to Jesus. I heard that you know, butchering is not cheap if you don't do it yourself. Man, $110. See, I don't know what it costs around here, but it's probably something like that. $110. If I would go out and hunt and shoot a doe, I'd have to then pay $110 to get the meat from it. Not to mention what I pay for, you know, the hunting license and all this. Well, I think that my problem with that would be solved if they would just, I don't know why it's illegal to sell venison. I guess because it's wild game. But why can't they just put them in why can't we grow deer like we do cows? Give them a whole bunch of hormones or what do they give them to make them grow fast? Steroids or whatever. Why can't we do that with deer? Mass-produced deer and maybe the meat wouldn't taste the same. I don't know. I just wish it was legal. I wish I could go to Walmart and buy deer meat. I can buy chicken feet, but I can't buy deer meat. What a world. Hey, Melissa. How's your night going? You came in just in time where I'm ranting about deer meat again, huh? Damn it. I love all deer meat. It took me a while to try it because I don't like trying new things, but when I did try a little bit deer here, I like that wild taste. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I just liked it. Then I tried deer jerky, deer bologna. You know what's really good? The deer bologna. If you take slices of deer bologna and put it on a plate and microwave it and get it hard, like it's like almost like bacon or something. I used to do that with my friend at his place when I was little. His dad was an avid hunter, and they usually had deer meat. And I loved putting slices of deer bologna in the microwave for like 2 minutes and getting it, it dries it out or whatever. It just gets a little crispy. It's so good. I haven't done that since I was a kid, but it was good. I hope you guys are ready for the adventures of good old JR, because I made up my mind. I know people make fun of me, but they make fun of me as it is, so who cares, right? I'm sharing some old content with you guys that I made back before you were even a twinkle in my eye. This YouTube thing was even a twinkle in my eye. So I will be doing that eventually, just for fun and memories, and just have it up as a backup in case anything happens on my computer or something too. So if people want to take clips from that, and I don't know, it is what it is. I won't know what they're doing, but I'm just playing a part anyways. I know I'm acting stupid, but I'm acting. That's the thing. So if they call me autistic or some stupid shit like that or whatever, that they're going to try to twist from that, because I look kind of silly in it. Whatever. I don't care. It's a skit. That's extra. He has crop damage permits. The hell are we talking about? Oh, the, how much it costs to butcher him and shit, right? He has crop damage permits. Oh, yeah? Yeah, we'd go through a hell of a lot of feeding corn, wouldn't we? If we grew deer to just butcher them, if we mass produce deer, man, because don't they just eat corn, right? They're not like cows where they just eat grass and they just walk around. I think they eat just that feeder corn and maybe hay or something. I don't know. Maybe not even that. I just know people leave corn out, different hunters and stuff. Let's see. Just keep the comments disabled. I think I'll get to a point in time where I'll enable them again. But I gotta wait until I get until we get a new community. So when I get more people that will show support towards me, I'll probably enable them, because it will drown out the troll comments. There will be a lot of random accounts hating on me, but there will be people by then telling them to go fuck themselves. So it won't be so flooded with hatred towards me. Let's see here. But I will say what I said in my community post: if you act like you hate me and you obsess over talking shit on me, you don't gotta watch my streams if you really hate me. I don't watch people I truly hate. I want nothing to do with them. It's just common sense. So grow up and stop acting like you hate me if you're gonna follow me everywhere. Once you get more supporters. Yep, I got it all planned out, Case. Don't worry. They eat anything. See, you learn something every day. Here I thought they just really ate, like, they went into cornfields and they just devoured that crap. So I guess they do eat grass and stuff, huh? Shows how much I know. But I'm going to get out of here and start my night and decide what I want to eat and what I'm going to watch and what I'm going to do. That's all. I don't know if I'm going to play games or not, but decide what I want to watch on YouTube and figure out what I'm going to eat. So, excuse me. So I said 2 hours. It's 2 hours and 28 minutes. I will go even further and go 2 hours and 30 minutes just for you, Jim Tom. Yeah, you thought I was going to say Casey, huh? Just for you, Jim Tom. 2 hours and 30 minutes, brother. We're going there right now. We are 2 hours, 28 minutes, and 40 seconds. 41, 42, 43. Look at that. Replay watchers. It's like you're here live with me right now. Ain't that cool? So we'll go live for one more minute, and then I'm going to get out of here and try to enjoy the rest of my night without any of the aid of Mary Jane. So said, I missed your stream, JP. Hope to see you next time. Thank God for replays, Melissa. You know, I know actions speak louder than words. And I know I say I'm going to keep things up before, but I'm going to keep everything up. Seriously, I'm leaving the past go. That's all I had to do. So I'm going to leave everything up and give all my attention to the real ones, we'll say. And main thing, keep everything up. That way people can discover me and I can meet new people. I got to help myself out here. All right, there we go. 2 minutes, 29 seconds, 30 seconds. We got 28 more seconds. Oh, man, my math is all right, I think. All right, so I'm going to just sign off here. You guys can't put anything else in the chats by the time I want to get out of here. So I'm not going to say if you say anything, if you have anything to say now, or everybody's, I'm talking too fast. All right, 10 seconds. Hold on, 10 seconds left, right now. I love you guys more than words can say. And I will see you tomorrow night. You know that. 57:50. Bye-bye.